That money was not campaign money. Sorry, I'm giving you a fact now that you don't know. It's not campaign money. No campaign finance violation. So
they funneled it through a law firm.
Funneled through a law firm, and the president repaid it.
Oh, I didn't know he did.
Yep.
There's no campaign finance law.
Zero.
So the president.
Just like Sean.
So this decision was made by.
Everybody was nervous about this from the very beginning. I wasn't. I knew how much money Donald Trump put into that campaign. I said, 130,000. He's going to do a couple of checks for 130,000. When I heard Cohen's retainer of 35,000, when he was doing no work for the president, I said, but that's how he's repaying. That's how he's repaying it, with a little profit and a little margin for paying taxes for Michael.
I want to talk about the growing problem of windmills being... I'm kidding. No, I'm sorry. This is about the greatest day so far this year.
You can indict a ham sandwich. So that's what Alvin Bragg may be doing. He may be indicting a ham sandwich.
Well, especially if the ham sandwich is named Trump.
In every other parallel universe but this one, Donald Trump's nickname is Ham Sandwich.
That son of a bitch has finally been indicted.
And you know what that means. We got it! We got it! We got it! I got it! What? I didn't get him? Did you not get him? I thought we got him. I thought we got him that time. All right, that's fair. Okay. What? You think I don't hate myself too? All right.
There's a potential misdemeanor crime here for falsification of business records. The thought would be if they falsely classify these hush money payments as attorney's fees, that could satisfy the misdemeanor. Also, this could become a felony if they falsified those records in order to commit some other second crime. So what could that be? What second crime? It could be a violation of campaign finance laws.
And it took a New Yorker to get it done.
You heard the first crime was a misdemeanor. His plan to dodge it was to commit a felony to distract them. They're not going to care about falsification of records when I throw Rudy out the window.
Who better? They know him best.
They took the word of a proven liar, a convicted felon, and a disbarred lawyer, all the same person, believe it or not. You wouldn't think that could go to one person. It would be 3, 4, 5.
It's been a long time coming. And that day is finally here.
At the same rally over the weekend, Trump also lied and claimed prosecutors resigned from the Manhattan DA's office because they opposed the Trump investigation, which is not true in reality. Prosecutors resigned because they felt the DA was not moving forward with criminal charges fast enough.
They even had numerous prosecutors who resigned because I was being treated unfairly. That made me feel so good when I heard that. Think of it. People actually in a Democrat area, Democrat office, they resigned. Did you know that? They resigned. A lot of them resigned the office because they said, you can't treat a man like this. He didn't do anything wrong.
That is definitely not what they said.
I sure hope there's a mugshot. I mean, come on. Release the mugshot, NYPD. Come on. You would do it for every single person that ever panhandled on 45th Street.
Despite Trump's calls on social media to protest, demonstrations across New York barely brought out 100 people, and crowds dissipated as the day went on.
Take a live look behind me right now. You can see a handful of supporters are here on behalf of former President Trump.
I'm sorry, those aren't protests, those are tourists.
Get it done. I want some film.
It's a legal decision that's been years in the making since Daniels first burst into the public spotlight. She's known as the adult movie actress tied to the former president.
So Donald Trump's been indicted. And not because he paid off some porn star, but because he tried to charge that shit as a business expense.
Path out of poverty was first stripping, then pornography. She became Stormy Daniels as an adult actress, then a director. In 2006, Daniels was in Lake Tahoe, California, promoting her adult film company at a celebrity golf tournament where she met Donald Trump and says she had consensual sex with him.
You can call it whatever you want, but getting spanked by the star of Hot Sorority Girl Robots Come to Play is not a business expense. Unless you're making a porn movie, one that hell I'd like to see.
Court filings and the federal prosecution of then-Trump personal attorney Michael Cohen show Trump org executives authorized payments days before the 2016 election to cover Cohen's $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels. The goal? To silence her from going public about the alleged affair.
So all of this has been for the sole purpose of losing Donald Trump. And of course, turning Texas blue. We may have accomplished one thing. I'll be here until the other one does too.
It put her in the center of a media, political, and pop culture storm.
Hello, Donald.
Today, Daniels continues her adult movie career, remains private about her daughter, and while there's an occasional dig at Trump on her social media accounts, Daniels has avoided directly talking about this case.
But what a great day it is. Somewhere, I imagine Jon Stewart is having a great day.
Stephen Miller, I just wonder what you think of that. It sort of came to that after watching this Trump saga for the last 7 years. That seems to be the third rail, really, is the foreign policy questions.
Yes, and I lived through it, Tucker. I lived through it by this man's side for those 7 years. The moment that he got the nomination, we watched as the hidden power centers in this country came out from underneath their rocks and began to pull the strings that they control.
In just the last month, his efforts of 20 years have paid off to help finally destroy Fox News. And now, goodbye, Donald Trump.
They begin to leak information designed to sabotage him at every turn. They begin to use every organ of control they have in the intelligence community, the national security community, the law enforcement community, to try to control him and to control his presidency. Russia is the central example of this. They tried desperately to keep him from pursuing détente with Russia.
My, oh my. They say they're the party of law and order. I wonder how long it's going to be before they nominate somebody who's been indicted.
They tried desperately to keep him from holding that summit with Vladimir Putin, to try to have a relationship between our two countries. Now look what has happened. Now that he is out of office, we are on the brink of a world war, Tucker.
First time it was like, gold digger, slut, whore, liar, whatever. And this time it's like, I'm gonna murder you.
I wonder how long it'll be before the Republican nominee is standing trial for a crime that, as I understand it, could get him Rikers Island for 4 years.
As soon as they pushed him out of office, look what happened. We are now almost in a nuclear conflict over the borders of Ukraine. So you ask me, what is Donald Trump's crime? We know it's not a financial crime. We know it's not a campaign finance crime. His crime is refusing to bow or bend to the corrupt and rotten foreign policy establishment that is used to always getting their way in this country.
Did you imagine Rikers Island for 4 years? Man.
But it's even deeper than that. And I know this because I also worked on the Hill for almost a decade. The intelligence community is able to manipulate the intelligence process and their relationship with lawmakers in order to obtain the answers that they want from Congress. So when it comes to an issue like the Patriot Act, they can leak what they need to leak, they can push the narratives they need to push, they can manufacture the threats they need to manufacture, and they can work the relationships that they have in order to obtain the outcome that they want. And that has always been true on foreign policy for many, many, many years. Then Donald Trump comes up onto the scene of Washington, a man with whom they have no relationship, a man who has no affinity for them, who doesn't care about them, who doesn't value what they value. And this for them is a panic moment. It is a panic moment. And we are now living in the 7th year of that panic, turning our entire democracy upside down. And I will tell you, if a prosecutor in Manhattan can take control of our entire presidential election process, then by what definition can we say that we even have a democracy in this country?
No, I mean, we were mocked, I thought, justly, but
that'd be the shittiest Secret Service detail ever. Y'all take it easy. I'm Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal.
One was the law firm and the president we paid it.
Oh, I didn't know he did.
Yeah. That's how you know something is actually news, when a fox hook their pants like that. Can you imagine Walter Cronkite reacting to major news that way? We have a bulletin from our Washington bureau. The president's lawyer has just admitted that he paid hush money to an adult film star. Well, me.